Welcome to Happy Half Hour. We're sitting on one of my favorite perches in San Diego. We're at Monarch Del Mar today. This is the Del Mar Plaza, which I grew up surfing right down there. I was the kid whose mom would drop him off before work. She'd go to the VA hospital where she ran the spinal cord division. She had a real serious job, and she had to do something with her kid during the summer. So she just dropped me and my buddy off at 15th Street down here, and we would surf our brains out and come up here and be like, can't afford that. And then we go down to the liquor store and we'd steal candy bars and put them in our wetsuits. But point being, Monarch Del Mar is where the launch of Del Mar Wine and Food is happening in T-minus 1 week.
Whoa.
So this whole perch, one of the best decks in San Diego, is going to be San Diego FC. The coaches and the the GMs and the people that architected the team, they're going to be here hosting it with us. We have San Diego Classics that are coming up. We've got Hodads. We've got Dobsons. There's a bunch of classics that are coming up to the rooftop, kind of honoring the OGs of San Diego's food scene. OGs don't get enough love, Jackie. As a 52-year-old, as a 52-year-old.
Wait, actually, you know what? You have reached OG status.
That is actually a compliment. I feel more like a guy just.
I mean this entirely complimentary. Like you have transcended. Oh, this is going to sound bad, and I don't mean it to, but you have transcended through time and space and endured, and you are
you
still
can say
here.
age. I say you. Why you want to say age?
I said time.
So the OGs in San Diego do not get enough love, and if I can encourage you guys who are watching to do one thing, is to go check out that new thing that you saw on Instagram. Go check out that new TikToker restaurant, because the newbies need love too. They just invested their lives and their money, and they're opening the doors, hoping that you guys are going to come, and that's great. But also go to a restaurant that's been around for more than 20 years.
Also, it's chic to become a local. Like, there is absolutely nothing chicer than being a local somewhere. Like having your spot, having like a friends and family discount, like them knowing your order. It's just like, beyond obviously it being chic to support local and support your local businesses. And
that person that's got the right edge of like jadedness and warmth, they're like, look, honey, I've been here for 40 years.
Exactly.
All right, I'm going to tell you where to sit. I'm going to tell you what to order. No. Don't do that. Bad order.
Why wouldn't you want that in your life? Why wouldn't you want to be that person? So, let us inspire you to become a local somewhere.
Exactly. All right, so Monarch Del Mar. Today we got Bebemos on the podcast. We're going to talk to the owners and creators of Monarch Del Mar. We're going to do our fantasy burger list. We're going to have a draft with me, Jackie, Preston from Bebemos. We're going to make our fantasy burger team, and you guys can vote on which ones that we did the best. Speaking of friends and family discounters, friends and family love, Del Mar Wine and Food, again, is coming up in a week. We have the Alex Morgan dinner at the Fairmont Grand Del Mar. You've got James Beard Award nominees. You've got people that have won Master Chef. You got Top Chefers. You got a bunch of chefs that are coming together with Alex in the room. That's going to be September 12th. And then we've got the Cluck Fest. I love the idea of Cluck Fest so much. It's just it's a chicken dinner. It's a big chicken dinner with Michael Voltaggio, and the San Diego Wave FC are going to be hosting that at the Grand Del Mar. Go to delmar.wine, and the promo code is, what is it again?
SDMAG15.
SDMAG15. You're going to get 15% off on what is, look, we didn't know if this thing was going to be Fire Festival. We really didn't. I was just T-Pain crying in a corner, a bunch of bologna sandwiches, just like tents blowing over, which, speaking of, that's what Burning Man is doing right now.
I heard speaking of Cluck Fest, it makes me think of Fuckfest. It makes me think of the orgy tent at Burning Man that got blown over by the winds. Did you hear about this?
We're going to throw a little bit of a different party at the Fairmont Grand Del Mar, but who knows, and give it enough time in tequila. And, Voltaggio is bringing his tequila. Okay, that's it. That's the last time I'll plug Del Mar Wine and Food Festival. Jackie,
literally, because it's happening.
Because it's happening this week. But it is one of the most magical things we've done. If you haven't come, you've got to come this year.
It's a blast.
This is the year. I was just talking to somebody from Monarch who's cooked at the event for the last 2 years, and she goes, you know what I love about it? She's like, most festivals, you're cramped in and you're just elbow jostling and you just feel chaotic. I don't like to eat in chaotic scenarios at all.
This has seating around, and not just for VIPs, for everybody. There's like stations where you can chill and hang out. There's tons of space for me. This is like everything.
And the seating is a grass stain. Like, that's what I love. It's this massive, wide open
great.
grass. You can just like sit down on the grass, actually feel real grass with your toes.
Which is like kind of an anomaly here in Southern California.
It is a little bit of an anomaly. All right, that's it. This is... Did I say this is Happy Half Hour? I don't even know what I'm doing these days, guys. This is Happy Half Hour. This is Jackie Bryant. I'm Troy Johnson. Everything you need to know about the food scene happening this week. Let's get started. Going to the news, Jack.
All right. The creators of Stella Jeans and Pop Pie Co. are opening Little While in Normal Heights. It's going to open mid-October in the former Hawthorne coffee space on 3019 Adams Avenue. It's the first dedicated coffee and pastry shop from the Sweet and Savory Collective, which is the name of the group that, has Stella Jeans and Pop Pie. And I have to admit, like, I have been waiting for this as a loyal customer of this franchises forever, because they have the pies, they have desserts, they have ice cream, and you're a little bit like, and they do serve coffee, and they serve great coffee, but you're a little bit like, where is the expanded coffee menu? Like, what's going on here, right?
Yeah.
And now it's finally here. So they've got, but it's kicked up 8,000 notches. So they've got a pastry program by Allie Ling, who is at Communion and George's.
They've got the pastry chef who was long time at George's and then Communion. She did a Basque cheesecake at Communion,
Yes,
which was absolutely delicious. This is one of the best young pastry chefs in San Diego going to be at their coffee shop.
Yep. And Justin Gaspar of Homage Bakehouse, which was like one of the, I think, most exciting like bakery projects to pop up like during the pandemic, right?
If Justin is out there, he was one of the best young, bakers in San Diego, and his Homage again was phenomenal. And they tried to do a brick and mortar. It didn't work. That was like one of my worst losses for San Diego in the last couple of years. I was like, God, he's so good. He's so likable. He's so talented, and that didn't quite work. So to see him back here as part of the Pop Pie Co., which is Steve and Gon who own it.
Yep.
I love places that have good food and people who don't suck.
God, it is such a nice thing in this world. And they are so... I was just saying, I ran into Steven at just online for coffee at Bika the other day, because he's out there. He's in the community. He's supporting local, too. Like, he's just like one of those...
Once a year at Pop Pie, they do those collaborations with all of the local spots. They did it with Fort Oak. They did it with The Friendly. They did it with, and they really, encourage everybody to get together. Anyways, new spot called A Little While. It's going to open up in October, I think?
Like mid-October. Okay. Just a few more things for fans of the franchise will recognize this. They always have different comfort flavors and comfort dishes in their rotation from different cultures that are really especially represented in Southern California. So you can expect like guava jam, chili crisp, banana ketchup, Chinese sausage. This is going to be a very cool.
And what I liked is they said their coffee's not going to be sweet. Yes. There's nothing like more oppressive than really sweet specialty drinks.
Oh, we are in the muck of it right now. I mean, everywhere.
Oh, it's fall. I had to drop off my daughter, my 14-year-old daughter, on her way to Del Norte High School this morning was like, "Oh, Dad, can we stop at Starbucks? They just released the fall menu last night." I pull into Starbucks parking
PSL.
lot, and it was jammed. It was as if Taylor and Travis were getting engaged in the parking lot at the Starbucks in Rancho Penasquitos. Every single person, all the pumpkin spice latte gods had descended on that parking lot. It was nuts. And so the point of that being is that we are in pumpkin spice latte, which there are so many overly sweet coffee drinks, and they promise not to do this. What they're going to do is they're going to have a matcha chai, a few matcha drinks as well, and they've used this matcha purveyor for a long time.
And their ice cream.
And they're not going to bastardize
tea company. I love them.
They're not going to bastardize the flavor of the matcha. They're actually going to let the matcha shine.
Troy's favorite.
Yeah, I hate matcha. I love the fact that these guys are opening up A Little While, and I absolutely hate matcha. Anyways, okay, go ahead.
So anyway, we've got Citizen, which is bringing Basque-inspired dining to Solana Beach, and that's CTZN consonants only. So that's from Willy Woo Jai and Kareem Beers, the siblings behind La Clochette. And it's pincho-style menu. Pincho is the Basque word for tapas, basically, with wood-fired seafood, paella, charabos, Basque cheesecake. It's an indoor-outdoor restaurant, a little al fresco. It's soft open already, but the grand opening will be on September 3rd.
And it's named for a restaurant that they loved as kids in Madagascar. Did you say that?
It's called Citizen. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Totally,
so I mean, they grew up. They grew up in that culture, you know. So this is kind of an homage to like where they're them. And look, Preston from Bebemos is in the house. We'll bring him on in a few minutes. Ask him a couple questions. Start thinking about your favorite burgers in San Diego because we're going to do a fantasy burger draft. Easy. Preston eats I think he had 3 burgers this morning.
Yeah, Preston's a beef guy.
Yeah, for breakfast. Some people do eggs. He does a double. Okay, so third news. I love this one.
We love this one. Chef Tara Monsood is revamping Le Coq in La Jolla, the big new-ish fancy steakhouse, and she's going back to her Filipino roots. So Monsood is the exec chef at Anime and a 2 times James Beard finalist. She is really well known for infusing Filipino and Asian flavors into finer dining, and she's gonna bring that to Le Coq's Parisian steakhouse roots. I'm very excited for this.
This is a confluence of one of my favorite happenings in San Diego's food scene. San Diego has such a strong Filipino contingent, right? There's such a strong community here in San Diego. And a lot of the young Filipino chefs, you know, went into French, Californian cuisine, and they learned from some of the greats, the Trey Fauchets, Jason Nibbs, the Malarkeys of the world. They went into their kitchens, learned all the French techniques, and then they started cooking like what they grew up with. Because when I was a kid in San Diego, especially in Rancho Penasquitos, which has a great Filipino community, you know, there wasn't many restaurants. All the Filipino food that we saw and we tasted was at parks. It was at family events. It was in my friends' houses. You know, and there was a few, the Tita's Kitchenette and a few others. You know, got to give the love to the OGs, like we were talking about at the beginning.
National City,
and National City had a really strong contingent. But you know, now these guys started cooking their own. And Tara Monsood, during the pandemic, she was doing shrimp toast out of her apartment, and she had a line of cars around the block. And this was kind of the inspiration for Anime, and that's why Anime became such a good hit, because she was cooking the things that she knew from her own parents and culture and friends, you know, but using some of those French techniques. So when they opened up Le Coq in La Jolla, they did the Parisian steakhouse. And I remember thinking, I'm like, Tara can do anything because she's a great chef. But I'm like, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like it's playing to her strengths. And not to say you can't have 25 different strengths, because I'm sure she has 40.
She does.
You know, but now that Le Coq...
She can do it, should she?
Le Coq is going back to Filipino Asian roots and letting her fly in the way that she's been flying. I think this is going to be the second life for that restaurant that opened up now. It's been like a year, I think. It has been a year?
I think so. I know. That's why I said new. And as I was saying it, I was like, okay, it's not like new like it opened last week, but it's like new-ish. I think we're still in the new-ish realm.
Exactly.
I feel comfortable saying that.
So did you get to some of the dishes she's going to do?
I didn't. Okay. So to everything that you just said, bluefin tuna katsu with porcini, soy bordelaise pork belly with clams, and a yushu kosho.
A soy bordelaise sounds so damn good. Yeah.
A rosé snapper with calamansi beurre blanc, and calamansi are those little limes. Oh my God, I'm very excited for this. I love her cooking. I love everything she does.
Yeah.
I love a steakhouse, and so like bringing those two things together, I'm all about it. So Savannah Bananas is bringing Banana Ball back to Petco Park.
Final bit of news: Savannah Bananas. Have you seen these guys?
No.
Have you seen them online?
No.
This is one of the best things that's ever happened to baseball. They're the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Okay,
you know, they do choreographed like in sync dances. They do comedy routines.
Is this like a TikTok thing?
No, this is a former baseball player who couldn't, unless I might be butchering this, so look it up. Savannah Bananas, you have to look up. I think it was a former baseball player who almost went pro, but didn't go pro. And he started his own league with college players and people that can throw 95-mile-an-hour sliders, you know, and are real good baseball players and athletes. Because like, what if we actually entertain people while we did it, but also
imagine that,
hit a couple home runs? Now it's a full vaudeville meets baseball routine. They sell out arenas across the world, across the country, soon to be the world.
This is just like one of those things that is really, really happening and obviously has a huge audience. And for some reason, like when you find out about this and you're just like, like this whole other universe has been happening along.
I know. So they're coming to San Diego and they sold out Petco Park.
Yeah.
They sold out Petco Park.
September 5th and 6th, right? And they had to have a lottery.
They had a lottery to get tickets? I know.
That's completely insane. And so, like, basically, you can't go anymore. But the Gas Lamp has essentially turned into a Savannah Bananas, like, extended playground, providing ample opportunity for you to get real toasty at one of their fine establishments. Exactly. No, it's, like, kind of amazing, and I really respect it. So the downtown bars and restaurants that will be serving banana-themed drinks are Lionfish. They've got the Peeling Good, Bourbon, Aperol, Banana, Lemon, and Demerara. The Havana 1920 has the Havana Banana, a banana daiquiri riff.
Okay, and you've got to do, when you go to Havana 1920, you've got to get their Cuban sandwich.
Oh my God, it's the best.
The first time that I went to Havana 1920, I was like, I don't know, I don't think it's going to be that great of a restaurant. I'm hungry. I'm here. I need to grab something, and I tried that. I'm like, holy crap! It was one of those where you go, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't recognize your game. I apologize for overlooking your game,
I'm
sir.
so sorry. Yeah, no, that place absolutely rules.
Yeah.
So they have a banana daiquiri riff, which sounds perfect. El Chingon has banana margaritas, which, like, I realize I've had every permutation of a margarita except for a banana margarita. Like, I love that because I've never even had it.
I miss banana drinks, and I wasn't even alive when they were big.
Right?
I was alive. 1980s, was when, Tom Cruise was behind the bar in movies, and banana daiquiris ruled the land.
It's why I like tiki drinks, I'm pretty sure, is like any of the banana flavors.
Oh, the bananas and the pineapple and the rums. Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, that's where you can get it for now, but you can expect more banana specials to pop up across the Gas Lamp during the games. Again, that's September 5th and 6th.
September 5th and 6th, the Savannah Bananas are coming to town, and everything around the ballpark is going to be banana riffs. All right, that's your news. That's everything you need to know about San Diego's food scene this week. Beth Demon, our intrepid food news writer, keeps a column on our website, sdmag.com. She's always on top of everything that's happening. I know that she's working on a few big stories right now. You can check out all that news. And now we're going to bring on our first guest. It is Bebemos Golden Hour. We're going to have a cocktail. We're going to have some tequila. We're going to have some dishes. And we're going to name our favorite burger spots in San Diego. The Fantasy Burger Draft starts in just a minute. All right, so we've gone through our news. Welcome back to the podcast, the Bebemos Golden Hour, my favorite damn tequila in San Diego, the Tequila of San Diego, and one of the creators of it, Preston Caffrey. Welcome, brother.
Thank you.
And he's brought us to one of his favorite places. I imagine he has kind of an honorary table. He probably scrawled his own name in it. Preston did here at Monarch Del Mar, which we've been talking about our entire podcast. Drew Vick, the mastermind, the intern. What are we going to call you, Drew?
Just Drew.
That's Drew.
I like mastermind because there's a lot going on here.
There is.
To be clear.
Okay, so
the ringleader of the circus, I guess.
The circus. You're the guy standing in the middle in the little high water pants. Yeah, and the baton.
Exactly.
It is an absolute circus here, man. I've saw so many restaurants, and we've had Drew on the podcast before. What it took to get this open, and what this restaurant meant for everybody during the pandemic when we all couldn't gather anywhere but outside. This is where Del Mar came out of the pandemic together. For sure.
Yeah. It was pretty fantastic.
So you got to listen to Drew's episode where he's told us the entire creation story of Monarch and what he had to go through in order to get it open. But right now, real quickly, for this one, we're trying to find the perfect dish, our favorite dish, to pair with Bebemos. Can you explain to us what we've got on the table dish by dish?
For sure. So the very first dish over here is our ahi poke board, which is an ultra-fresh Hawaiian poke that Chef Todd makes. You've got some sriracha aioli on the board. You've got some furikake, some wasabi, some mango, some rice cakes, nori sheet. So you're able to build it into a nice little hand roll if you want to, or how you want to go about it.
Okay. Brilliant.
I think the freshness of this goes really well with Bebemos.
I agree.
So you basically got a charcuterie plate of poke.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what.
Is it sushi?
That's exactly what you
is
got.
it poke? It's a choose your own
Yeah,
adventure.
the interaction is everything.
With bluefin tuna, it rules.
Yeah, it's really good. The other one next to that is our ceviche, our halibut ceviche, which has got fresh halibut and Patagonian shrimp, cucumbers, some pickled onions, a little aji amarillo in there, lime juice. It's just a really nice fresh take on ceviche, in my opinion. To the right of that is our pepperoni in salsicha flatbread with some broccolini on there as well. That I just love our flatbreads.
It's
nice
low key
made
the
in
best
house.
pizza in San Diego. We'll talk about it.
Okay, so that's not just something that you get off the truck and throw directly into the oven.
No, that's a 2-day proof on that double zero Caputo flour crust.
Tell
that
us
we're making on that.
about the pepperoni on there too.
That's the cupping pepperoni, which I think if you're doing pepperoni, you got to get the cupping pepperoni so all the oil,
And our
stays.
house-made pork sausage, right?
kind of puddles into it. And
So how much does your heart break when you get the cupping pepperoni, which is the chalice of pepperoni?
Yes.
It is the King Lear of pepperonis. Drink to your health. And then somebody takes a napkin.
and starts dabbing on it.
And starts dabbing. They're like,
That's the dabbing the grease thing. I could write a thesis.
I mean,
on how
tip
much I
of the
hate this
iceberg
and why
too.
and what I think it
What are you
represents.
removing?
I know.
Oh, you're eating
2%?
pizza.
Right.
What are you doing?
What are we doing here?
That's the whole point of eating it.
Go for a walk afterwards if you need to.
Yeah.
But
I'd rather rub it on my face.
Yeah, but
Yes.
yes.
Yeah,
Come on.
It's a natural skin cream. The pepperoni is that pepperoni skin routine.
You glisten.
You glisten,
Yes,
sir.
it works well. It works well.
All right, so that, and if you try this, what I will say, I gave it a shot right before Drew came on. We dropped it down. That has a cool ass funk to it, and if I say funk in the most complimentary of ways, meaning like that's every food that I've loved, like from kimchi to Roquefort or whatever, almost has. Especially when you prove something, you ferment something, it takes on a whole different wilder character.
It does.
Yeah, and I thought both she and I thought there was a tiny bit of blue cheese in there because it had just like a real compelling flavor to it. That's awesome.
Nice. Thank you.
All right, so and then this.
This is one of our real signature dishes, our pastrami sandwich. It is a short rib, 5-day brine that we smoke in-house and slice. Mustard, greens on it, pickled onions, pickles. It's on a nice, swirl rye that we get from O'Brien's Bakery locally.
Oh, Brian's Bakery. More and more. Almost everybody I know. I had a fantastic role at Dreamboat, the new vegan diner in University Heights, and they had an O'Brien's roll, and I was like, "Where did you get this bread?" It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Really good, and they're
Parker House
local.
rolls.
They're
right?
local, and they're bigger than people imagine. They actually have been around for a really long time.
I
know. And I love Sadie Rose. I like all the local bakeries that we have.
Sure.
But these guys, for a consistency for us,
Yeah.
and to be able to create specific products for us as well that we need. Like they make our lobster rolls, like our little mini slider lobster rolls, that they make for us. You know what I mean? So they can customize things for you and do different things.
Yeah,
But
the
yeah,
sponsor.
that's
And a
Incredible.
5-day Brian and your own pastrami. You realize you
Yeah.
can buy pastrami, right?
absolutely. But what's the point in that?
And you said, I mean, look, you get a place like this, and then we'll let you go, and then we're going to talk about your food, and we'll discuss Bebemos for a little bit, and then we're going to bring you back. But before you go, you said when you took over this place, you don't have to do food here. You can do shitty ass mozzarella sticks. You know that, right? You can just, they can go straight from the freezer into somebody's mouth, and not even put them in the deep fryer because you have this view. But you said when you took it over, you're like, no, I got to have the food and the service meet up to
I hope so. When you come in here, you don't want it to be a tourist trap. We want to be here for a long time. We're not just trying to rip it, and not have a good reputation. So I think if we just lead with freshness every day, which is what we do behind the bar as well. The kitchen is just try to be as fresh as possible every single day and try to do as much scratch food as we can out of the kitchen that we have at the volume that we have. So.
Yeah. And what do you love about this place? Is you're the one that's like, we got to go to Monarch.
Please never take this off the menu.
So good.
you know me and pastrami. I mean,
I think I'd get stabbed.
Yeah, pastrami is kind of your
Wonderful.
spirit
you get
animal.
Beef by approval over here.
Love
Preston's
pastrami. I mean, I
guy.
love beef in general, but this is magical.
Thank you, man.
I don't want to
Appreciate
count
it,
how many I've had, but it's more than two.
A favorite sandwich. Okay, favorite sandwich as you go. Okay. For me, because I think it was the first time that I ever had a really good sandwich. A good Italian, like a deli, good Italian, is phenomenal. But as I've gone on in life, like the best sandwich in the world is a Reuben, right?
I like a Reuben. I'm going to tell you where I've had my favorite sandwich though recently. That's
Wow.
pretty insane. Over at the Godfather's Deli in La Mesa,
Dude.
right next to Mastiff, they've got they do a fresh focaccia, mortadella burrata with a pistachio pesto.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
No, and you don't need more than that. I got one stuck. I was on the road in the Midwest, and we stopped at this. My co-host and I, for the Big Ten show, were looking up like the best Italian delis, and we went in this little spot in the middle of this like strip mall, and there was this guy in there that took us to be his second children and talked to us for 3.5 hours. Did not let us go. Every time I tried to leave, he grabbed my hand and looked deeply into my eyes. He was super Italian. He did the exact same thing to me. He's like, you don't need all this bullshit on food. You know, you get good food. All you need is 2 to 3 ingredients. Don't F it up. Yeah. And he was so right. Everything he fed us a 75-course Italian dinner sitting in the aisles of this little grocery mart to start deli. And it was like the simplest things, man.
What city was that?
That was in, I want to say it's right outside of Ann Arbor or Wisconsin. I don't know. They all blend together. I'm going to have to find it, though. I'm going to text my co-host and we'll know.
There's a really famous deli in Ann Arbor. There's like a famous deli that's attached to UMich. That
Ann Arbor is actually,
it would have been a good
actually fantastic. And that goes to you, too, because I was going to kick you out and we're going to do this whole thing, and now I'm not going to do that at all. It goes to like keeping the ingredients out, like zero additives in this. You could add... And there's nothing wrong with adding things to a tequila, but you guys didn't add zero additives, or you did zero additives.
Yeah.
Why?
We in fact actually take away. We have an extra filtration step because we wanted less of the stuff. We're trying to keep it as pure as possible. And you can buy tequilas that already essentially are pre-batch cocktails.
Right.
We just didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
We wanted you, if you're buying tequila, then you should get tequila, and then you can choose to do whatever you want with it. But
for sure,
don't let us make it for you.
Yeah, like you have done a to that point. You have created a beautiful cocktail here with Bebemos. Tell us what we're drinking, Vic.
It's just a little paper plane, some Aperol,
it's just a little paper plane, sir.
Bebemos, a little Amaro Nonino, and some lemon juice in it. I personally prefer Bebemos just on the rocks or neat. I think it's that good of tequila, and I always say, start with the base.
Yeah.
Take it from there and figure out what you want to do with it.
And then play with it.
But,
and that's the point. I had never really heard it expressed that way, because you think about some of the tequilas that we grew up with that kind of, as tequila boomed, right? There was all these additives. There's all the vanillas. There was everything else. You're like, oh, man, this tastes like a cocktail. It's a pre-batched cocktail is what it is. And now we're going back. I mean, when you get to a higher level, you get to a more pure level, you get to like, I'm like, I actually want to taste what that product tastes like.
Yeah.
You take away everything. You explained this to me perfectly. I think it was, I don't know, the first time that we met, first time we did a podcast over at Branch 45, and you said there's a distillation process, right? It's kind of like an arc, and as you're distilling this product, there is, this product out here is okay. It's okay, and it gets better and better and better and better. And then you hit this like golden, in any kind of harvest or any kind of process, you hit that golden in a story, a golden sentence, and everything around it's kind of fluff, and you could keep the entire thing because that's more yield for you, or you could cut out all the stuff that's like up to 49% or whatever it may be of your standards. And that's what you guys did. You take that tiny, cut out all that, and keep that top of the rainbow.
Yes, 100%. And we do that twice. We take the heart and then we distill it a second time and do it again. So, and we're not wasting the other stuff that can get used somewhere else, or a lot of times they'll use like hand sanitizers and whatever for it. Okay. But when you're drinking, what you're putting in your body, I mean, it should always be the best.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we want tequila to be tequila. Like let's make tequila again, it should be the agave, and that's it, right? Agave, yeast, water, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, get to the purest essence of what it is and make it the best you possibly damn can, and then adulterate it, then make a paper plane out of it, right?
Yeah, well, and I gotta say, I think Aperol is one of those sneaky tequila ingredients that a lot of people don't play with, but it is magical.
Ooh, it totally
it works really well with it. No.
Oh yeah, because you get that you get that really smoothness. Which again, if you haven't tasted Bebemos before, it tastes like one of those that has been not. I'm careful when I say this. It's not adulterated, but the reason why some of the ones that have vanilla added or whatever is because they're smooth and they're round and they taste great. That has that without having any additional things into it. And then you put a bitter with it, you get that kind of smooth round and a bitter top note.
Yep.
You got a hi-hat, you got a bass drum, you know,
and you
that's
got like
perfection.
an herbal.
I was going to say it's pulling other
Fruno,
herbaceousness
right?
out of it as well too, with it, which is what
Exactly.
Bebemos has. Like when you really lean into it, it's kind of grassy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's kind of herbaceous on the front end of it too. And I
Exactly,
think
like
that helps.
tequilas have like agave spirits in general. All of them have like some seaweedy, grassy, very green, very herbaceous, and then obviously Aperol. You have anything from that category.
Yeah.
It's made from herbs. So there's going to be like this through line, which is like very cool to me because this happened like on different continents with totally different plant species, and then you've got like this one taste through line. I think that that's extremely cool.
And you look at the Italian flag and the Mexican
Yes.
flag, and it's the same thing.
And two of the
It
best
should
food
just be
cuisines
right in the middle.
world.
Should just be like an agave plant.
It's my two favorite foods.
You know?
Yeah.
How
man.
you go wrong with
Yes.
either one of those?
Yeah, you're right,
You know,
right?
if they figured out a way to blend Italian,
that
and
would be a
Mexican
fusion.
food, I don't know.
Yeah.
You got a menu.
Right?
Let's do it.
And you think about it, like salsa,
Taxican.
and then tomato sauce.
Yeah.
It's like they're not.
I know.
Far off.
Well,
I know.
tomatoes
And honestly,
came from the New
think-
World.
Tomatoes did come from the New
Yeah.
World, right? They didn't even eat them in
Until the
Italy because they thought they were
16, 17.
nightshades and they thought that they were going to kill you.
Yeah.
They
I read-
literally did
yeah.
not eat tomatoes. They're like, no.
I read recently where potatoes are a descendant of the tomato.
That's true.
Really? This guy's bullshit. Wait, come on. Wait, are you ChatGPT?
I just said I read it. I didn't say I invented it.
Nice.
All right.
Like nightshady roots.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, really quickly, now that we've had the chance to eat everything here, Preston, I would give you the honors of which one you would like, and I point directly at that pastrami.
Yeah,
sandwich.
I mean,
Choose the one that goes the best.
the answer is yes, but you know what? I haven't really.
Somehow.
Jackie was just stepping on my court and making me down.
I kind of
I
noticed
think
you
it
were
was-
being a little weird.
I think it's on purpose.
and I knew I was causing it, but I didn't know why.
Now's your chance to take him out.
I think the paper plane in the ceviche is.
Ooh, the paper plate and the ceviche is a great
Yes.
call.
I think
Yeah.
they love each other. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is it. What?
Close second, it's got to be the pizza, probably for that whole conversation we just had. Like, I could see us we're on this terrace, we could be on another terrace in an
Totally.
Italian city, and it would work. Like, it would
Yes.
stand in, right? Or like a red sauce joint in New York. So I'm gonna say a close second, the flatbread.
This is the least sucky day of my life. I'm looking at Jackie and she's like waving a cocktail over some pizza and ceviche on a deck overlooking
rules.
Del Mar, drinking Bebemos. She's like, we could be on this balcony. We could be in Italy. We could be.
She's going wink, wink for the
Wink.
next happy half hour, maybe.
We had like 3/4 of one cocktail too. So
Do
All
we,
right.
do we have a travel budget?
Yeah, I know. All right. So happy half hour's travel budget is pending. Claire, get back to us on that one. All right. So come down here to Monarch Del Mar or Monarch Ocean Pub in Del Mar and get that paper plane with Bebemos and ceviche. But also don't sleep on my damn pastrami sandwich.
Just Bebemos neat pastrami.
I
Come on,
was
let's.
just gonna say you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yes.
All right. So there's a few things that I want to. There's a few things that I want to know. Let's start with you. Summertime here. How nuts is you? Basically have the summertime spot in Del Mar. How crazy does your life get, and how much therapy do you do?
Oh man. Yeah. Speaking of, I'm gonna pour.
I was going to say if I could have a little bit more
Yeah,
Bebemos
wow.
would probably be nice. You know, my wife and kids don't get to see me a lot of me during the summertime, which is probably the biggest bummer of anything. But it's pretty magical around here in the summertime. You know, the entire plaza in Del Mar Village in general just really comes alive. I think I was saying to you earlier, I've never seen a community quite like Del Mar in the way that they wrap their arms around you and they support and they're out and they protect their community. They love their community and they're very proud of it. And it's just a really, really fun environment to be in, I think, in the summertime with the races going on down the street.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And surfing and dog beach and everything else that kind of comes along with it. But it's a really magical.
We've been talking
experience,
about
I think.
this. I mean, it hasn't always been the case, to be quite honest with you. In the beginning, it was the case. When Del Mar started, this was, I mean, all the racetrack, you know, everything else. This was a real sense of community. And then it went through a few years when it was a lot of people that didn't quite live here, owned a home here, and it kind of lost its way a little bit. This plaza, which was always beautiful, you know, struggled to keep people in it for a bit. And now it is absolutely alive.
It's
I mean,
cooking.
It is cooking.
Oh, yeah.
What happened? I mean, was it just a pandemic? Or
Mark and Patty Brunt, who own the Plaza, did a lot of work. Really intentional work. I think that was really important to bring in a lot of, the right brands and the right businesses to come in to sort of reinvigorate the Plaza.
Yeah.
I say this a lot. People laughed at us coming up here. I think I told you that.
Yeah.
One time I was like, "Are you going to Del Mar?" It's, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Right.
And I was like, I've got a special feeling about it. And during COVID, when we were like shut down a lot, you know what I mean? We were kind of pushed around and to-goes and all this sort of stuff. Being able to have this deck and to be able to still be here for people and to make those relationships really entrenched us with the community, I think.
Well, this is like when the submarine comes up, because I picture COVID like the submarine, right? And it finally comes up for air, and the hatch opens. The hatch opens, and you're like,
and then there's Drew.
Oh.
And he's like,
and I don't care about COVID. So I'm like, yeah, come on, let's go.
He's like, I have an oceanfront property
There's a
and a whole lot of
giant
booze.
deck.
Come on into my
deck.
submarine.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's true.
Hey, you've come here a bunch, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because you said this is kind of like a second office to you.
Yeah, I don't have any more money. Yeah, this is. I just every time I get a check, I just go, here you go. Why even deal with depositing or anything? Let's just do it here.
All right.
I mean, it's incredible people. The staff, like you were saying, like you wanted to elevate this place to where everything was quality as the view, and you've done that because every person that I come in contact with that works here, just pure gold.
Thanks,
like
man.
Salt of the earth. I would hang out with any one of them any day of the week and be like, wow.
It's like a choreographed dance almost
Yes.
in there on Saturdays. It's like a very Del Mar dance. Like it is absolutely jammed. I think the best thing
To pull it off.
Oh my God.
No clue.
I mean, when I say jammed, I mean because you have this outdoor area, there's always escape valves.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Some pressure relief off of
If
it.
I'm in a bar where it's too much, and I do love those too much bars. I love getting crammed by humanity, but I have to be in that headspace.
It's got to feel safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's got to feel controlled. Controlled chaos is what you're
gotta
looking
want
for.
it.
And you got to have a drink in your hand. I mean,
Yes, you do.
if you're smashed in there trying to get to the.
Right.
I'm the last one.
I'm the last one that bartender sees. Hey, me?
Yeah,
Me?
right.
Me? They're like, Jackie, what do you want?
I was gonna say.
And then what do you want again? Yeah, sure. Dang it.
Jackie does not have a problem. A 6-foot blonde woman in a bar that is also highly intelligent and can
Wow,
speak.
you guys experienced that. It's so
Whoa.
crazy.
You're probably the first person at this table I would serve to. No offense to you guys.
Yeah, I think
I'm
so.
4 feet tall when I go to a bar like that. Jumping up.
I'm the same way.
Hey, as a bar owner, what is the best way to get you're hitting that moment. You're hitting that moment where it's 3 deep. And I'm just like, I just need a drink, man. What is the best strategy of getting a drink? Come on. Give me the inside scoop, Drew. You've run this place for a bit. Which person is the most successful? Do I need to turn into a woman? I need to do something here?
Stilettos.
I mean, a 6-foot blonde's got a better chance than you for sure, Troy.
Yeah.
But
For sure.
man, that's a hard question to ask.
Okay.
That's to answer, I guess. Definitely don't stand there with $100 bill in your hand, tapping it and reaching up and stuff like
That's
that.
actually a good tip because some people would think that is.
Yeah, I think that's
Yes.
where it's going to get attention.
That's actually
I
a
know.
really good tip.
Especially,
I think looking knowingly in the bartender's eyes, you know what I mean? And just being patient and
looking
sort
a
of
little
that sad
pathetic.
look, looking a little sad, pathetic.
Yeah,
I think that,
yeah.
the puppy dog I need.
Yeah,
Look, okay.
I think that can help a little bit, maybe.
remember to look sad and pathetic at your favorite bar. Give them that abandoned Disney character.
And like
look.
poor, but not too poor.
Exactly, but off your first round, over tip.
Always over tipping.
Always tip on your first round, and that's going to get your bartender around to you faster.
Sure.
The rest of the time.
I mean, that's like table service. That's like when you go into karaoke at the Lamplighter in Mission Hills.
Yeah.
The first thing you do is you walk up and you grease that palm.
Absolutely.
You're like, here's $40. Not for me, because I don't want to karaoke. I hate karaoke.
I know. I actually think about it's so
pay
funny.
not
This
to
is a Troy fact I think about all the time when I'm like singing in my car and stuff. I'm like, you know who hates this? Troy.
Oh,
like,
I
if
love
pe-
singing in my
but I
car.
mean, like if people were around, because when I do it, I pretend I'm karaokeing. To be clear, like I pretend there's an audience. It's why I'm singing in my car. It's totally insane.
Karaoke makes
But
me weird.
I think about this fact all the time, and I'm like, for like someone who's really comfortable being a showman, it's kind of my favorite fact about you. It reveals like a sensitivity within. I really, I
can talk about
appreciate
my
it.
childhood trauma in front of 1,000 people, but you asked me to sing a damn cover song in front of 30 drunk people at a bar, and I'm like,
So surprising to me. I kind of love it.
What song would it be?
Yeah, I'm like,
It'd
What
be
is
Air
your
Supply. Air Supply for sure, man.
why don't you do it for us now? There's only a couple.
No!
This is not so bad.
Oh God.
For you, launching, you guys launched now. How long has it been?
June 2nd was the official launch, although our
Okay.
soft launch was here Cinco de Mayo for the sunset. It was magical.
You soft launched with the poetry at Sunset.
Oh, and-
if you don't know this, the Monarch Ocean Pub and Wonderland down in San Diego, they always do. I don't actually know. Wonderland doesn't do a poem.
They don't do a poem, but they do a toast.
They do a toast. Okay, and this is, your restaurant group is known for this, and it's just a magical, cool thing. It's
Yeah.
just paying a little tribute to the sun. And you on staff, and I'm forgetting his name right now.
Eric.
Eric's
You guys both.
He's a legend.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
He
absolute
is.
legend.
Yeah, he's.
And who's the voice of Wreck-It Ralph? What's that actor's name?
Oh, I
Step
just
Brothers.
watched it too.
Yeah,
curly hair.
Yeah.
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly. Yes.
Yes, we did.
If you close your eyes, they have the exact same voice, and it's just something so endearing about it, and could not be more genuine.
You know what he is? He did and he's probably hopefully going to do it again. The launch of Del Mar Wine and Food is September 10th here.
Good.
And he's going to he did a poem last time.
Yep.
To kind of commemorate it.
Eric's he's got a larger than life personality, and I know this. It sounds cliche to say that, but he's so authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts his heart and soul into these toasts.
Yeah.
Man, and he's writing these poems every single day. And watching, the way that the crowd reacts to it and the way that the guests react, it blows me away.
And there's not ever a time when you look at him and you're like, hey, man, how long are you going to work on that poem? I got a couple boxes that are, I got Bebemos just dropped off a shipment.
No, he fits it in pretty well. He schedules his time pretty well.
He schedules his time. It's the only bar, and you need to know this, Monarch's the only bar that I know that has an in-house poet that writes a poem every single day for the sunset, and that coincided with the launch of your San Diego tequila.
Yeah, he gave us a great shout out on Cinco de Mayo, and it was, again, because of how genuine and authentic he is, it literally brought a tear to my eye. I was so proud of
San Diego
Bebemos
moment.
and everything like that, but it was a total San Diego moment, and I was like, man, I hope he's okay with hugs because it's coming in.
He's great with hugs.
Yeah.
Do you know who else is a great poet? Do you guys know?
What's that?
Do you know who else is a great poet? Who was a poetry major in his undergraduate studies?
The singer?
The singer. I am the masked singer. I got a damn poetry degree at Chico State. I didn't know they actually gave those out. They probably shouldn't.
Chico State, it makes sense.
That's what I was going to say.
Well, what are you going to do? You're not, well, I guess we could give him poetry.
An ode to a bud.
My dad was, I was pre-dental. My dad was had a dental practice here. My uncle was the dentist for the Chargers and the San Diego Gulls. So he was expanding his practice because he had these two pro teams. And he's like, look, kid, just go to college, become a dentist. You're going to work 4 days a week. You're going to drive a Porsche and wear a Hawaiian shirt. You're going to be okay. And I'm like,
isn't the suicide rate of dentists like one of the highest suicide rates in the fucking world?
It is one of the highest in the
did not
country.
know that.
It really is.
It's terrible.
And so I get in, and I'm 2.5 years into pre-dental, and I'm actually doing pretty well. I'm not sucking at this. I get into organic chemistry. It's a different thing. Organic chemistry is my personal Satan.
Yeah, I can't imagine that happening for you, nor me, to be clear. So this is a mutual thing. Yeah.
But my dad comes downstairs one day and he goes, hey, why don't you become anything else but a dentist? I hate it. You're going to hate it. I'm like, dude, nicest thing he ever did for me. I'm like, dude.
Wow.
He's like, I'll keep you in school as long as you want, as long as you don't become a dentist.
Wow.
And so we sat down
deal.
and we looked at the class syllabus, and I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. Does anybody know what the hell they're going to do? At least I had a plan when my dad and my uncle were dentists, right? And so I go, all right, well, I'm terrified of speaking in public, so I'm going to become a speech communications major. And then
Just to force yourself out of your comfort zone?
just to force myself out of my comfort zone, which obviously I should have become a karaoke major. That would have, my other fear.
Right.
And then I got a damn poetry degree as my minor, and I graduated, and people were like, "Yeah, we're not hiring you."
And now you are uniquely qualified to judge the the quality of Monarch's poetry and drinks sunset program.
Exactly.
You know what?
Valid.
Full
All
circle.
of my life has been leading me here, and I don't know how this is all about me and my poetry degree now. But thank you very much, Jackie.
Well, I do think
imagine.
for whatever it's worth, if that poetry degree helped, I do think you're one of the best storytellers I've ever heard.
I appreciate
For
that.
sure.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Thank you, brother. You know, well, it's funny because you get a poetry degree and you're like, oh, I failed everybody in my family. I've failed people that are dead in my family, you know, with that degree. And then you get out in the world, you're like, oh, wait a minute. No. You need to actually make a metaphor to tell a story. Okay, all right, this might actually work.
Yeah.
Right.
All right,
Your dad's a legend, by the way.
That's
That's really, really
Although I
cool.
will say at Chico State at that time, a semester was $900.
He's all stay in college, actually. It's cheaper you being there than coming home.
Okay.
Get your master's in poetry.
Okay, so
Lots of people go for 7 years. They're called doctors.
I love it's exactly it.
lines.
I was 6 years in, by the way. Chico State, 6 years. How many? Let's do some stats. How many accounts are you in now for Bebemos?
Still just a little, like about 113.
Okay.
Yeah.
113.
That was the number.
Yeah, I know. And we were talking last time at Waverly. You know, you were talking the big thing for you when you're launching this, and this is a San Diego product, you know, that I love, and that, you know, it's the San Diegans, you know, done right. You need to get the reorder. You know, if you don't
Most
get a reorder,
important
you
part.
can get in the door. You can get one order. You know, it's like, all right, I'm going to try this restaurant. I'm going to try this brand. And if you don't get the reorder, you're almost dead in the water. How you doing?
Great. Yeah. So, I mean, we were chatting. We're at a 90% reorder with all of our accounts within first 2 weeks.
So your wife's going to let you stay?
I think I'm going to stay. Okay. I think I'm going to stay.
Wait, so you
Yeah.
copied her business model. Which one's doing better?
I mean, she's always going to do better.
She's-
You know, the 6 foot tall blonde at the bar.
Nice
She's
divorce
always
question.
going to do better.
Yeah, I had a cocktail and a little bit of unadulterated Bebemos,
Let's
and
rock
I'm
this
feeling
boat. Is
spicy
it? Is
today.
It feels like it's rocking. No.
So 90%.
Yes, 90%.
Phenomenal.
It's magical. And it was what we always started out. Like, again, you can just say, like, let's land as many accounts as we can.
Sure.
Just, you know, get a bottle in there. We don't care
Yeah.
what happens. We just want to tell people we're in 500 spots or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But that is so devoid of what Bebemos is about, which is relationship.
Yeah.
And so the relationship matters. And so if you sell into a location and they say, yes, we believe in you, believe what you're doing, for us to just move on to the next is not, it's just a terrible business plan.
How many
So,
nights do you have to go out and drink?
Every night. Yeah.
That's a lot of schmoozing.
Why do you still have brain cells? Like you are.
You look so young.
I know.
wow,
I think
thanks.
it's actually
I'm
preserving
87,
you.
so yeah, it is.
It's preserving-
pickled liver. Yeah, that's what they say. Now, I'm Irish and Italian, 50-50, so
Okay.
I think that there's maybe
Same.
some genetic
Same.
advantages.
Yeah.
But
you know, you say it's relationship, but at the end of the day, like a homie hookup will get you that one. Yeah, we'll buy a case, we'll get you in the bar. But truthfully, like bars have to make money too, and they're not going to stake their reputation on crap or serving crap. So if they're ordering it again, it means it's also good.
I mean,
Well, there's also a million tequilas on the market as well.
Exactly.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that market is growing so rapidly that to be able to carve a niche out like you have, I think is pretty spectacular.
I mean,
I think so too.
shout out to people like you that understand what we're doing, but also say like, we're here for you.
It's
We got your back.
relationships.
It's been.
And that's
I
what
love
it, that's
I
what
love
it
this
is.
family here. They really
Yeah.
are. They're so good to us. It's. I mean, too good to us to be honest. But thank you.
Well, and that's what it is. I mean, you launch something, you got an idea. You know, you spent years down in Mexico, you know, trying to find like your favorite, people, the farmers, the harvesters, you know, and you were able to find, the one family, and I forget their name right now.
Gonzalez family.
The Gonzalez family. You're able to find the one family that really didn't have 800 tequilas attached to its name. You know,
Right.
there's not that many growers and distillers, and a lot of the brands all go to the same ones. And yours only has
I think they have 6 total.
Yeah, 6 total.
All are
Yep.
local except for one is distributed in the United States, and it was just it was a friend deal, family stuff. But
You found the Sub Pop. You found the indie record label of makers down
it really
there.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was what We Drink Tequila was all about. And it wasn't so that we can start our own brand. That was never the intention. It was, how can we find the people who are doing it right that no one knows because they don't have a marketing budget? They don't make enough tequila for an importer or distributor to come in and take over their operation. And so it was through this authenticity. And I think that's why we have a real relationship with this family is We didn't come in as the great white hope being like, hey, we're going to come in, slap our name on your label, and we're going to help you sell a whole bunch of things, and then sell our business for $1 billion and not a penny stays in Mexico.
Yeah.
Like we were the antithesis of that. And so we were making documentaries and telling the story of those families and saying, this is what matters. This is real tequila.
Yep.
And then through that, they were like, hey, we sell a whole bunch of agave for pennies on the dollar, pesos on the dollar. Like, how can we do more and do better?
Yep.
Because they're growing, in my opinion, the best agaves in all of Jalisco.
Yeah.
And these are 7 to 8 years, sometimes 9-year aged agaves. That is not the standard there at all.
No, because isn't the standard 5 now for
3?
It's 3.
It just keeps going down.
And I mean, yeah, give it. If
and
they can
that's
find a
why-
way to give a bee that wants to just be a part of your whole life, it's
Well, and
You can-
this is why. So in food, this is the problem with food is not letting it ripen, or not letting it evolve the way it should evolve, and that's why you don't get the good of a product. You think about tomatoes. The tomatoes that you buy in November, are grown in Florida sand. They're put on a train. They're picked green.
Probably have a
train.
peel sprayed on them to get them to last longer on the shelves.
Absolutely, yeah. And that by the time they reach the grocery store, they're red, but they're not a tomato. And the same thing. If you don't let the plant actually mature to its full potential, you're just not gonna. I mean, you can get something fine. You can
get alcohol out of it.
You can get alcohol.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's not agave. And I think the thing that's hard in that is, like, I always compare it to like a mango because I love mangoes, but like a really ripe mango is so sweet and succulent and amazing. And a green mango is terrible. And so if you
unless you put it in a Thai salad with fish sauce.
I actually, can you guys
give it a little extra
do
life.
you guys even
Little
believe the
peanuts,
perfume I'm
little-
wearing today
little
is
lime
called
juice.
salted green mango?
Oh, come on.
But that is the point. That one is great on its own.
Exactly,
A ripe mango
By
is
itself.
great
Doesn't
on
need-
its own. It
Exactly.
doesn't need anything.
Yeah.
A green mango needs fish sauce and doctoring, just
Sugar and
Yeah, and there's a difference between
There is.
a perfectly aged, good, like premium tequila, and one that's picked a little bit too young and has to be adulterated, and and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I fully get it. All right, real quickly, what was the worst day of launching this tequila? I understand somebody looked at your bottle and was like, "No, that thing's."
that was actually one of the harder ones in the sense that I had to coach a team member not to go kill somebody. It was.
Fair,
we you'll love this because. Do you think this is a good looking bottle? Yeah.
People call it out from behind the bar like, "What's that?"
This
It's
one
doing its job.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And this bottle won gold, right?
It did, yeah.
It won gold in a design competition in the UK.
In the UK,
It's phenomenal. It's beautiful.
It's very mid-century modern.
Yes, which is totally what we're going. We're trying to tie it into that late 60s, early 70s coastal San Diego vibe.
Oh, do you remember the pizza joints that would have the amber-colored glass tiles, and
yes,
they
and
would
the Tiffany lamps, Pizza Hut.
I was going to say,
Are you talking about
Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
Round Table Pizza in Santa Cruz was covered. in
This is round table pizza in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
In a much nicer way, but yeah.
But still, yeah. So I mean,
know the
obviously, then having somebody hate on the
Hut.
bottle that they really told us it was the ugliest bottle they'd ever seen. Yeah, and we were like, okay.
Man. Yeah, we really try to, and you're not pleasing everybody.
But
You
those
know?
look and
Totally
that
right.
vibe
You gotta stick to your
are
vision
very
sometimes.
in vogue, and
Yeah.
they're so classic that they won't ever
It
go out.
matches
Like,
your sunglasses too.
Thank
which
you.
is
Yeah,
pretty cool.
we always try to match. Yeah.
He's now
In the
dressing.
morning, I wake up. What should we do today?
They always say that you end up looking like your dog.
Yeah.
You end up looking like your tequila. You
Yeah.
have become.
I mean, I say this all the time that like when you have a baby, you think it's adorable. You're like,
Sure.
oh my gosh, it's beautiful thing. Everyone's going to love it. And then you bring it out, and that's like the true test. Like, look at my baby, and people are like,
Woo.
and then it
very,
becomes an
very
adult.
attractive.
Well, that's a baby.
Yeah.
A little far out
Got
over
your
your
nose.
skis
I'm
on
like,
this
It's
one.
alive.
hey, what the heck, man?
It's an ugly baby.
So, anyways, the baby has been well received, except for this one place. And they're not dead to us. It's just people can have opinions, and it's fine.
Exactly. This is why we love Preston. Once a month, Preston brings us to one of his favorite places in San Diego that's both serving tequila, but also we get to hear the story of somebody actually launching a product in San Diego. It's a very San Diego product. There's been some really famous, alcohols that have come out of here. Cutwater being one of them. Ballast Point being another. Screwball whiskey. Screwball is a great story. If you haven't heard that story, you gotta
Moby
listen
Noodle
to our
House.
old podcast, Obi Noodle House. I mean, a refugee life, the family living in a car, only
Steve's
taste
a pretty
of
cool cat.
Yeah, Steve's a
Yes.
really cool cat. Go back and listen to that podcast. But we get to hear like what it actually takes to launch something like this, and it takes a lot of perseverance. He has a very expensive gym membership. He said that's the one thing that I'm going to do because I know I'm going to drink my face off and I'm going to eat some of this saucer pepperoni pizzas.
And there's no gym, to be clear. It's just
it's
just
ice baths. And,
yeah.
It's
I mean, there's
chakra
no
benders.
lifting in that. Yeah, it's,
It's a full
it's
vibe
simply
station.
just fill me up with the things that I'm lacking. 'Cause
Yeah, right. Put an IV in me and get me through this.
Yeah, we do a weekly liver replacement. It's
You do.
cut it open, you swap it out.
I love that. I need one.
All right. Weekly liver replacements are happening.
They're
Okay.
important.
Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to put you guys on the spot. We promised our listeners that we're going to do this. We're going to do a very quick fantasy burger draft. We did this with tacos, and it was one of the most highly listened to podcasts we've ever done. So today we decided to do burgers. We're going to do. I will go last because I'm springing this on somebody. But we're going to set up our teams. Everybody gets 3 burger joints. And we're going to pick your favorites. And then once someone's picked, you can't pick it again. And we're going to have our teams, and we're going to let people vote on which ones are actually the best. You know what? It's Bebemos Golden Hour. You get to start with your number one pick for burger joint in San Diego. Put you on the spot. You got a lot of friends. You want to alienate them right now?
For sure, shout out to Eric Brandt Beef, and Brandon the legend. I mean, he knows what he's doing. So this is going to be an O-side newer
You take Tanner's
burger
off the books?
joint, but Tanner's is off the books. Yeah.
Ah,
All right,
damn
good.
it.
That does change my list.
Yeah,
I'm nervous for choice.
Yeah, Tanner's
I think
Prime.
Troy
If you
might.
haven't been, do it now. Right now, actually.
Okay,
Like actually right
Actually,
now.
yeah. The second.
I actually
I
agree.
got to cross that off my list now. Thank you very much.
I knew you were going to pick that one too. So I have it as like a C option.
Okay, because Jackie gets served first at the bar. Drew, where's your favorite burger in town?
So I'm a smash burger guy.
Okay.
And I can't vote for ours, but
Anywhere but
which
here.
I think is pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
But the friendly.
Yeah.
The friendly and the collaborations they do with the different chefs and everything like that you look at, you're like, some of the things that they're throwing at you is like, how the hell did they
It's
come up
evolved
with this?
past the dirty flat top burger.
Yeah. But yeah, I think
That is a San Diego classic now.
Great call.
And a shout out to the one of the founders, Brandon, who passed this year. One of the most impactful things that happened in the San Diego food scene in a long time. I can't tell you how many people reached out to us and said, we put him on the cover of our best restaurants issue that came out a couple months ago, and we got people reaching out, like friends and family. There was I got 80 to 100 emails of people just being like, I can't believe this happened. I'm glad that he's on your cover, like just reaching out and saying like how much he meant to the food scene.
I think over in North Park between him and Nate Soroka, you know what I mean?
Nate
Like,
Soroka.
You know what I mean? Like those
Yeah.
are 2 of the really big losses we had in the last
Exactly.
couple of years over in the community.
All right, so friendly's off the board. Jackie, go for it.
All right. I too am going to go with the smash burger. I'm going to say Majorette on the eastern reaches of El Cajon Boulevard in
Where is this?
the Rolando College.
Over by
Avenue
you,
area.
sir.
Over by
Yeah.
you. Over by us, actually.
I gotta check this
And
place out.
it's the owner of Scrimshaw. He also owns this. And low key, like you can go check. Listen, Yelp is. We've talked about Yelp. You can go on it though, and it backs us up. Smash burgers, insane.
Yeah.
All right, well,
That's 3 smash burgers.
I know.
we talked
I
about
was going
this.
to blow up Troy's list, but I decided not to do it because I know
You know what it's gonna be.
We talked about this, and we talked about appreciating OGs. All right, and by OGs I mean anybody over 50 years old. So I need to throw some shout out to this. It's a greasy steamed. It's not even greasy. It is a steamed burger. It is. I mean, it is on the
Like a
on the
White
flat
Castle?
top. It is on the flat top, but then. What he does is he puts a cloche over the burger and its bun, and he lets all that beautiful burger perfume and Jacquard Noir of that particular burger, steep
Poetry.
into the bun. So it's all going through it. And then you could also get an atomic version with jalapenos. It's a little off menu. It is one of the best things done by one of the guys who basically brought modern farm to table in San Diego, the Lodge at Torrey Pines, the Drugstore Burger, sitting there looking at the 18th green where Tiger Woods and everybody else has had their famous shots. It is one of the best damn burgers you will find in San Diego.
That Drugstore Burger. Obviously, Ranch 45 has a great one.
Uh-huh.
but they're singing the same
song. Drugstore Burger at the Lodge or A.R. Valentine on the patio. Jeff Jackson, that being that chef.
That was a great shout.
Kelly Crossan is now the executive chef there, and she's honoring that tradition. All right, so that's mine. Where's your number 2? Is that Ranch 45? Did you say it?
No, I mean, Duvel is one of the best chefs in the country. Love him. That burger's great, but we already talked about it, so he knows.
We've done it, yeah.
So, you know what? I think I'm going to drive us down to PB and just go with another classic Rocky's Burger.
Oh, I feel shamed and intimidated right now just thinking of Rocky's.
This is, and this is one of those elbows out, let it drip, kind of burger, but like,
plus that New York attitude. It feels like home going in there. I like being a little
which
insulted.
is why the
love
reviews do not stack up, because people are like, what the hell? Why is...
They want bad reviews. I swear to God. I always say part of the charm of Rocky's, if you haven't been to Rocky's in Crown Point, it is a lumpy, greasy. They have a kitchen that is like 7 feet wide.
Smells like urine from the carpet.
Yes!
A little bit, kind of.
I always say that it's like Stockholm syndrome, because you feel like they kind of treat you badly, and so you kind of end up loving them. So you've been taken hostage by them.
The needy relationship.
Yes. All right. Rocky's is a classic. I named it my best burger for years because it's just lumpy, greasy good. It was the first burger that I took Claire to when she moved from New York.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Drew.
Nice move.
I'm going to get a little obscure on you. There's a little place called Beef and Bun out off Fletcher Parkway out in
Really?
El Cajon. That's pretty fantastic. Yeah,
He's right.
It's right around the turn on like Navajo and Fletcher Parkway.
Okay.
But you have to get their monster burger.
Okay.
It's a flat top burger, but it's like a triple layer flat top burger with American cheese and like a perfect sesame seed bun and all the right ingredients. And they've got the waffle fries and the best shakes.
Okay, waffle fries has got to be the best fry, right?
Or not the waffle fries, the crinkle cut fries. I'm sorry, crinkle cut fries. But then the best shakes on the planet as well too. But their monster burger would be probably my.
Okay, all right, beef and buns.
Beef and buns.
Okay, beef and buns number 2. Somebody's writing these down, right? Okay.
Yeah. Definitely.
Where you going?
I wrote a transcript to every episode, so we got it. It'll come out in the wash. All right, so you guys are fucking me up. I'm not gonna lie, but I knew this, so I have 15 options.
Oh wow!
Because I knew this was gonna
like
happen.
a fantasy football draft where
you
you're
prep
like,
for this, and we're at the
I guess
spot.
I
have to see my list. It's in my notes app. It's very funny.
By the way, we're in fantasy football season now. This is why I thought of this, because I'm studying for my draft tomorrow night. Okay.
Yep. Brilliant.
Okay, so I'm not going to lie, and I'm probably not allowed to do this, but I'm doing it. It's a tie between 2 very similarly styled trucks and pop-ups. There's ELE Burger and Burger Kook, and they both are sort of doing the same type of like thicker, flat-toppy burgers. They're just awesome. They're both very similar. They're both popping up around the city. They
But now you got to pick between them.
Oh, shit.
Okay, fine. You can take both of them.
ELE
That's
and
fine.
Burger Kook. Sorry, I love you both, and you both occupy a very similar large spot in my heart.
ELE Burger.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just have a lot of love in my heart. I can't pick.
And where can people get it?
You can go to Instagram and find out where they're popping up.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they're food trucks, right? I think.
Okay. So for mine, the next one. You know what? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go I'm gonna go for one actually that no, I don't think anybody would think of, and I don't even know if they do any other food except for this. And it kind of surprised the shit out of me. And we were talking about karaoke earlier. They downtown, the ultimate karaoke house in San Diego is where? The Lamplighter.
Lamplighter side.
You never go, obviously.
No, I do not
So
go.
you're talking about the one in Mission Hills.
So now I'm talking about the one downtown.
The
Gaslamplighter.
place?
Yeah.
Frankie has this burger. It's a Wagyu burger that he has. He delivers it in this little like Tiffany's looking bag, and I'm like, oh god. I'm like, this is gonna be all branding and no bite. And I ate it. Well, holy crap.
It's so
it was
good.
So good. You go in there and you can be like in your stiletto heels, looking good for the night, and you can just be crushing this Wagyu burger. It is
With gold leaf.
gold leaf. Oh yeah.
It has gold leaf on it.
It's got gold leaf. So look, I realize that that's not a sexy little spot. I mean, actually, it's a sexy little spot, and it's like a 5th generation San Diego family that's been running these restaurants. His great grandfather had one of the first Italian delis in San Diego too, and then they had the Lamplighter, and then he took this risk, really, down next to Sidebar, which he had been a bartender at for a long time, was able to buy it from the original owners, and worked his butt off, and then open up Gaslamplighter next to it. So it's a cool San Diego story, but their burger is completely underrated. All right.
Did not even know about that.
I know.
That's a yes.
You, karaoke.
You know what? again, I know this sounds biased, but I'm clearly a huge fan of Brant beef. I'm just gonna go right back to Hamburger Hut in Leucadia.
Nice. That was on my long list.
spot.
It really is just so. It's just a burger, right?
Yeah.
Like we're not doing anything fancy. It's just a burger made well, great bun choice, nice melty cheese, and it's easy.
And isn't that San Diego? That's the term of San Diego. We're just people. I always say that about the San Diego compared to LA or San Francisco. And everybody always asks me, well, look, I'm from New York. Or I got a lot of friends from Chicago. Like, what makes San Diego so cool? And I'm like, people just are who they are. There's a realness index. We're not trying to be somebody that we're not. And that's kind of what that burger is. It's like, look, this is a basic good burger. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. I'm not trying to make it over the top. I'm not throwing my truffle on top of my, arancini smashed barbecue. Anyway,
It's just a couple ingredients.
just a couple ingredients. That's it.
Easy.
Hamburger Hut off the board. We're almost down to it.
All right, there's one more, but it's very specific. Again, this is in La Mesa.
It only happens on Thursday, Tuesday.
It's called Duke's Burgers over in La Mesa.
Dude, the onion burgers.
Onion burger. It's. I mean, you're wrecked for the rest of the day afterwards. You're not going anywhere
not the
after.
same.
You're not.
No.
You're not the same afterwards because it's just this onion bomb. But sometimes, to me, something like that just hits.
I have a story
a,
about that.
this is a trend. What was it? St. Louis? Is it from St. Louis?
No, it's from Oklahoma. So
Oklahoma.
I
Yeah,
looked
I'm from St. Louis.
okay.
the week before I discovered I was pregnant, when I was pregnant, I went on a smash burger rampage. And I didn't know I was pregnant, remember? So I was just left and right eating smash burgers like day in, day out. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that is something I would do, to be clear. So it was a whole journey.
Maybe I'm just pregnant.
Yeah, like maybe I'm just pregnant. That did not cross my mind. So I went to Duke's because I live pretty close by, and I was like, "What the fuck is an onion burger?" It's a smash. They put the rings on the griddle, and they put the ground beef in it, and they sort of it's like laced, right? Like they don't cook it as a patty.
Totally.
It's spread out so it's laced, so it fries.
So are the onions caramelized or they're
In
still
it,
fresh?
yes.
Into the burger. So they're smashing the
Smashed.
burgers down into the onions.
and then
they do-
caramelized
What the
into
crap?
it, dude. And
What
then you've
the
just got this lace and then the cheese on top of it. It fucking rules. And that's how I
Preston just
discovered
had
I
his
was
mind
pregnant
blown.
the next day. I was
I
like, maybe
mean-
something's going on, and I took a test and I was pregnant. So
No,
thank
you got
Duke's
pregnant
onion
from that burger.
Like literally, I think I did.
Baby's name is Duke.
But I went on this whole journey, and I learned everything about onion burgers, and then how it also led to the birth of smash burger culture. You can pretty
And
much
of
trace
Julian.
them back.
Yep.
And Julian. And yeah, you can pretty much trace them back to roadside joints in Oklahoma that make these kind of onion burgers. It was a depression food to make the beef go longer, to stretch it. You would put other things, especially onions, in it. So we have one in La Mesa, and it's really
Brilliant.
fucking good.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Move.
Okay. Nice picks here, kid.
Sneaky.
Yeah, I know.
Dukes.
All right.
He brought the heat.
East County contingent. All right, your last one.
Okay, so I listen. There's wavy burgers down in the
Listen.
South Bay. We've got Rosemary's, which I
Don't start naming all my burgers.
I knew
Yeah,
you
just
thought
in
you were
case.
gonna.
Linda.
Oh, we didn't go yet. I'm sorry. I blew it. There's a whole lot that we haven't mentioned, but I'm just gonna go a little rogue in Canada Steak Burger.
Ooh,
right?
that's so good, dude. I can't believe I didn't call that one.
I
Have you
actually
ever
thought
been
you
there?
might.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually thought you might do it. Once you started pulling out your choices, I was like, he's gonna blow my list with Canada Steak
I was
Burger.
racking my brain and
So thick,
It's super thick.
Yeah.
juicy, delicious, greasy as hell. City
Yeah.
Heights. I think
just the total no man's land over there as well. Too.
Exactly, like
it's like
fully.
one of the worst parts.
it's not a
Yeah,
place you want to
totally,
hang
absolutely.
out off the drive-through
Yeah.
line because
Yeah, but the
it's
risk
busy.
and the
It's
sacrifice to
yeah,
get the
it's great.
burger
Yeah,
is what
absolutely.
It's
is
sort
part
of
of
like
it.
Caddy
For
Corner
sure.
from Super Cocina. There's actually a ton of insane food
There
there,
is, yeah.
and there's a couple of little DIY galleries. That spot, it's like the corridor between 805 and 15 is trying to activate.
The
Hasn't
best
quite
fried
happened.
chicken in the planet is over there at Crispy Fried Chicken.
Yes.
Okay,
So
all
anyway,
right.
that
And,
is
and
the
they make the
spot.
best chicken fried rice.
I
too.
hope you guys appreciate the
Ooh,
amount of
that.
recommendations that you're getting right now. East County is in the house.
Okay, we're talking about City
it's
Heights.
very
all
well
right,
represented,
guys,
yeah.
come on.
If I was-
If I was going to East County, I would say Grandel Barbecue's burger is pretty good too.
Okay, so for my last one,
Did I
then.
blow it? I'm sorry.
Fantastic.
I actually lost my list. So there are a bunch of good burgers. I'm going to pull the Jackie. Juniper and Ivy has a phenomenal
Agreed.
burger.
Forgot
There-
about that one.
And that was off menu.
I was
Still
off
is?
menu for.
Is it
well,
still-
now
okay.
they're doing the sliders
Are you
for.
gonna say Wise Ox?
I was going to say Wise Ox as well. All right, so Wise Ox is another one that you have to contend with.
His cheesesteak's pretty damn good.
Oh, his cheesesteak is one of the best things in the world. Wise Ox in North Park is okay. Let's just make it. That's the one I'm going to make it. Wise Ox. So Brad Wise is one of my favorite.
I fangirled on him when he was here about a month and a half ago. I don't think he'll ever talk to me again.
You know what? You know what? When you make meat like that, man, absolutely. So Brad Wise, was one of the first cooks in San Diego with his restaurant Trust, to use a live fire wood smoke kitchen. And we've talked about this on the podcast before. Anytime you cook with live oak, there is like 400 more flavanols that go into the food, and it just makes food wildly more flavorful than, say, like a gas oven or anything like that. And so in order to handle and R&D all of his restaurants, he has Rare Society, he's got Fort Oak, he's got Cardellino, he's got Trust.
Cardellino's my favorite.
Cardellino is underrated.
I agree.
Dude, the lamb chops there with the chimichurri.
And he's got a lot of Rare Society.
He's got a lot of Rare
Yeah.
Society. He just opened a Rare Society in Vegas. He's going to be like our Peter Luger.
Yeah.
I'm a Trust Restaurant Group fangirl.
He's a great chef, good dude. But Wise Ox in North Park, he took over a butcher shop. He helped a butcher shop in North Park stay around. They're not doing the exact same program. It's more of a collection of their meats, and they're doing a lot of cuts and everything else. But this is where they're
dry age stuff and everything.
They're doing dry age, and they're doing all the marinades for other meats. That you can get in all the restaurants. The ones that they found are super successful on their menus. They sell them in the bag, so you don't have to. I like marinating my own meat too, but when I'm lazy, I like going to Brad and being like, I will take that bag and that bag and that bag, and you just throw it on a dirty flat top, or you throw it on the grill, and you're all good to go. Anyways, their burger is absolutely phenomenal. You got to get those beef fat fries. Wise Ox.
Yeah. Off script, that empanada shop right next to him, right there, tastes pretty damn tasty as well.
Oh yeah, that's it's empanada
shop.
Kitchen, the empanada kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, those are phenomenal.
Yeah. That sweet corn basil empanada they've got. Oh. Come on.
Okay, so this has been
so good.
I'm always eating the burger, and then I walk by it, and I'm like, oh well.
Grab some empanada.
Right.
Just get a bag of them.
Go
and get like 10
McDonald's on
to go. Get like a bag of
Texas,
them.
by the way,
Oh,
makes a
yes.
really mean latte.
That's brilliant.
It's got a great espresso bar.
the McDonald's on Texas makes a really mean latte.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They have a great espresso menu.
Well, I do know coffee snobs. I do know coffee snobs that will not crap on McDonald's. I know.
It's
I know.
the kind of McCafe.
I know. The McCafe. Okay, now we're getting deep. Now she's going rogue. Those are the deep cuts. She's like, have you ever been to this little place called McDonald's? It's over in East County. By East County, I mean Hillcrest.
The East County McDonald's still serves the right burger.
It's a sleeper.
All right. You have gotten so many different recommendations today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. That is our burger fantasy draft. Vote on which one we'll put them up. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll put it on social or something like that. You guys can tell us which one won. I think I'll actually do it on social. Phenomenal food. Monarch Ocean Pub. Drew went through thick, high hell to get this place open, and it absolutely transformed Del Mar. And I don't say that lightly. I had friends that were in this restaurant space, and it just didn't work for whatever reasons. It was a place that had, a funky layout that no one could make work. It had the best view, one of the best views in San Diego. And the village here obviously had good owners who were trying to make it the best that they possibly could, and this didn't come alive until you guys opened your damn doors and activated this whole top of the restaurant space. And there's great restaurateurs around here as well. I'm not diminishing them at all, but you have done a phenomenal job. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
And now we have to realize you have to come get the halibut ceviche paired with a paper plane with Bebemos, or just drink that damn thing straight.
That's what we're doing.
Start with it on the rocks or neat.
By the way, we've all moved on to neat
exactly.
on the podcast today.
It's just, this is the cocktail.
This is the
right
cocktail.
Here. Yeah.
Hey, to you, 113 stores, the San Diego Tequila started right by telling the stories of the agave farmers and the makers and the distillers down in Mexico, and you didn't even think you were going to do a brand, and then you're like, you know what? Hey, why don't we? And you met a farmer and distiller who was basically said, like, how do I make more money off of this? This is how you turn it into something special, and ideally pave a way for generations to make money. Let's turn you guys into billionaires, but right now let's just start with a couple of restaurants in San Diego. Cheers, you guys.
Cheers. And did you prepare a poem for us?
Yeah, that was my poem. Was that it
Was that haiku?
It rhymed a little bit. Yeah.
It was iambic monarcheter. All right, thank you guys so much. It's been the Bebemos Golden Hour at Monarch Ocean Pub, Del Mar Wine and Food Festival, September 10th to 14th. The kickoff on the 10th here with the San Diego FC. We'll talk to you guys next week. Cheers. Super.